Hey, how's it going, YouTubers? I'm back again. I'm gonna make my final video for at least the Habs, who unfortunately lost Game 6 against the Philadelphia Flyers, who played a very good shutdown game. I mean, Habs had chance after chance, but at the end of the third period, in the third period, Philadelphia just played very smart hockey. Just get it out of your zone, dump it down, don't ice it, and then you could go change, get your next group of guys on, do the same thing. So they played a very, very good shutdown defense. I will give the Flyers very good credit. And honestly, would not be surprised if they competed for a cup. I believe, who are they playing in the second round? Because it's Philly was first, Tampa was second. Tampa, I think, is playing Boston, which means the Islanders would play Philadelphia. I think Philly will get that win in that series, and I would not be surprised if it was a Philly-Tampa or Philly-Boston Eastern final. That would be a fantastic matchup, whoever they do play. So I will give full credit to the Flyers. No, don't worry, Habs fans. I'm not jumping on their bandwagon. I'm going to root for them. But I got to give them credit when credit's due, and they just played a very good, solid game. And Price, unfortunately, just did not have it in him, and unfortunately, he had some bad bounces, go off players' skates, blades, whatever it is. So that obviously gave them the advantage. But when I first seen, it was in the second period, it was 9 shots and Price allowed 3 goals. I'm like, this is so unlike Price. But again, it's just bad bounces, and it goes off of your own defenseman or your own forward and into your own net. So it's just the way it is. And those are the kind of goals that the Habs really needed in order to compete back into the series to force the Game 7, but unfortunately it didn't happen. And as much as it pains me and it saddens me to see them out of the Stanley Cup playoffs, the future is looking very good. I mean, I honestly thought back in 2018 when we traded Pacioretty away for Tatar and Suzuki, who was just a kid, well, he still is a kid. I thought it would take him at least another year or 2 or 3 years or so to really develop, because it's one thing to play in the junior league, it's another thing to be bumped up and playing in the NHL when you have big guys that are willing to run you over for a puck. But he's playing very good. I'm loving this trade, which in the past I've always criticized Bergevin for any trade that he's ever done. But this one here is looking very good, and Tatar still has another year on his contract. Whether he stays, depending on where we're at next year in the trade deadline. If we're not in the playoff spot, I could see them possibly trading him away to a contender. If we are in a playoff spot, I would love to see him stay. I'd love to see him re-sign. He's a fantastic forward. I think he's only 28 or 29, so he's not over the hump just yet. So I would love to see a return for Tatar after next season, but like I said, it just depends on how the season goes. If you're not having that great of a season and you're not in the playoff picture by the time the trade deadline plays, you might as well just give him away, kind of like how Detroit did with him back in 2018 when they traded him to Vegas. And then he really didn't do anything, but he was still on a Stanley Cup contending team. So but yeah, I mean, a tough loss, it does hurt, but you have to think towards the future, and hopefully next season can be even better. Hopefully we can have a replica of the 2018/2019 season when we had the 96 points and legitimately should have been in the playoffs, but unfortunately we fell short of 2 points with the Blue Jackets. So another year is in the books. We're packing up our bags, and I'm sure they'll be golfing somewhere. Who knows? But I do plan on still making videos in the future. Unfortunately, I don't have any more jerseys for the teams that are still in the playoffs. All they had was the Oilers, but they got bounced in the round robin, and then obviously the Habs unfortunately lost today in Game 6. And obviously not missing Gallagher was a huge factor, because he is the heart and soul of this team. So hopefully he can make a full recovery over the summer/fall, and then hopefully he'll be all set for the upcoming season. And we'll see what 2020/2021 brings. Go Habs, go! As always. See you later.